The Tragedy of Cinema podcast is intended as a family-friendly program that by extension strives to be inclusive to all people regardless of their ethnicity, gender, creed, or any other identifying factors in this incredibly diverse world of ours. With that said, some of the films we discuss may contain serious subject matters or have content considered morally objectionable by today's standards. We do not intend to condone or dismiss these aspects of these films, but our primary focus will be on what we believe the film succeeds at, some fun facts, and our personal enjoyment factors of each film. With that said, we hope you enjoy the show.
Oh, the neon light. Jimbo and Kyle take flight. 80s dreams are its delight. In the realm of black and white, movies and TV flow through the stories we all know. Silver screen tales unfold in the magic they bestow. The tragedy of cinema, when memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Tragedy Sim Podcast. I'm your host, Jimbo.
And I'm your co-host, Kyle.
Kyle, today we're doing a movie I chose from 1993, Fire in the Sky, which is a dramatized account of the alleged abduction of Travis Walton.
Yeah, supposedly a true story.
Yep. Who basically disappeared for, 5 days, I think?
So, yeah, 5 days.
And we'll talk about it a little bit later. But Kyle, before we start, I have a question for you.
I got answers for you, Jimbo.
Kyle, 2 questions actually. Number 1, do you believe that UFO and aliens are real? And number 2, have you ever saw one?
No, and I believe aliens are real and like the whole universe kind of thing, like the extraterrestrials exist. But in terms of UFOs, space aliens visiting us on Earth and all kind of stuff too, no, not really. I think it's kind of like overblown for the most part. But unidentified flying objects totally exist for sure. You know, because you have to tell me things I don't identify. But yeah, and then so have I seen anything like that in my life? I saw things definitely. I saw like cool flying objects because I was near UPS airport when I was a little kid, so I got to see planes flying over time. I'm like, what in the world is that? Because I just see bright lights in the sky flying overhead. But in terms of actually believing in like aliens, like nah, not really. So Jim, how do you feel about it? Are the aliens among us?
Is there lizard people in the hollow earth? Is that what you're asking?
Do you
me?
want to believe, Jimbo?
I'm a big X-Files guy. I really am. My train of thought goes like this. Of all the planets and all the galaxies, why would you want to come to this one if you're an alien? You know what I mean? That's my first thought.
Of solar eclipses. Because that'd be a once in a millennium opportunity, and we're the only planet that's suitable for life that also has that cool thing. Yeah.
Allegedly, but Jupiter has like 12, 15 moons orbiting it, so...
But not the approximate distance and size you have where you get an entire total solar eclipse from the sun. So,
but our sun is only one sun out of billions of suns in the universe.
I'm sure there's other planets that have the same capabilities.
Yeah,
but also in case of we might be the nearest one to several million alien organizations.
So the second part of this, I was driving to work one day, and Kyle, I live in Indianapolis. I'm driving to Louisville for work, right? And I leave like at 1:30 in the morning. So I'm driving, and I get down towards Edinburgh. Mm-hmm. Well, I wasn't quite to Edinburgh yet, but I see this this little green light. I mean, it's usually airplanes have red, blue, whatever on the side, and it's just one green light, and I'm just following it, and it's getting lower and lower. I mean, I didn't see any ship or anything, but it's just like a green light, like a ball. And it just falls and falls, and then it zooms out of the way. So I don't know what that was. But I was coming home one day from work because I worked 2 days, 2 nights. And I looked out my driver's side window around the same area, and I just see the sky start lighting up. And it's one red dot, orange dot, one red, orange dot, one red, orange dot. There's ends up being like 8 of them.
Yeah.
And they're just coming on sporadically, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, this is really creepy. I even videoed some of it. But come to find out, Kyle, Edinburgh is close to Camp Atterbury.
No.
And they were actually doing a training. Camp Atterbury is what like our National Guard training grounds, if you will, here in Indiana. And they were actually doing some midnight jumps and jumping out with flares and everything. So
cool.
They said, I was listening to they said, don't be alarmed if you see some strange stuff in the sky. Tonight we're doing our training and all that. Yeah. So I think there's UFOs as far as something that I can't explain, yes, like Area 51. I don't think it's aliens there. I think it's where
they made stealth bombers.
Well, but I think that's where they do test different types of new aerial technology. Yeah. Yes, personally.
Yeah.
Now, do I wish if I could go to Area 51 and explore, and come across what was his name? The guy that played Brent Spiner down there, harvesting an alien like an Independence Day. Yeah. Sure, it'd be awesome. But the Area 51 is one that's always intrigued me. So, but enough of UFO and aliens, Kyle. Let's talk about this movie, Fire in the Sky.
All right, Jimbo, I'll dig right into it. Yes, we're covering the film Fire in the Sky, released on March 12th, 1993. Jimbo, I wasn't born yet. Sorry. February, March. Yeah, so I still had another 7 months to go.
I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
Wow, the age gap is real.
Yep. Directed by Robert Lieberman. Written by Travis Walton for the book The Walton Experience and Tracy Torme for the screenplay adaptation. Produced by Todd Black and Joe Wiesen. Composer Mark Isham. Cinematographer Bill Pope. Editor Steve Merkovich. Casting director Sharon Bailey. Debbie Manueller. Richard Pagliano. And production designer was Lawrence Bennett. Plot summary for the film. I don't have an author for this one, but we'll go through the plot summary real quick. On the evening of November 5th, 1975, a group of loggers saw a bright crimson light in the forest of the White Mountains, Arizona. Curious, Travis Walton goes out for a closer look and is pushed to the ground by a blue-green energy beam. His coworkers escape in terror, and they inform police that Travis has been abducted by a flying saucer. For the next 5 days, Travis remains missing, and the loggers endure ridicule and contempt as they are accused of murder. When he is found alive, Travis is unable to account for the missing days, but the amazing ordeal slowly begins to emerge as an alien abduction. Dun, dun, dun. So cool stuff there. Awards for the film. We have four nominations, including for the 1994 Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films. We have a nomination for Best Music to Mark Isham, Best Actor to Robert Patrick, nominated for Best Writing to Tracy Torme, and nominated for Best Science Fiction Film of the Year. Technical details. The film has a runtime of 109 minutes. Sound mix is double stereo. This is a color film. Aspect ratio is 2.39 by 1. Camera used were the Panavision cameras and lenses. Laboratory used was the Deluxe in Hollywood, California. Negative formats. Processor Super 35. And that's technical details wrapped up right there. Moving on to the cast of the film. We have... you want to put it first here because it got caught up in the printer. But James Garner playing the James Garner playing the authority. I believe he was a U.S. Marshal. I think he was
something like that.
Playing the character of Frank Waters. James Garner, of course, obviously well known for such shows as the Rockford Files, where he was in 119 episodes of that show from 1924 to 1980, and The Great Escape in 1963, as well as a myriad of other films, because James Garner is a legend. Next up, we have D.B. Sweeney playing the character of Travis Walton, the abductee. D.B. Sweeney was also in the film The Cutting Edge, The Cutting Edge in 1992. And he's also in the film Two Tickets to Paradise. Next up, we have the T-1000 himself, Robert Patrick, playing the role of Mike Rogers.
He was just at Comic-Con last year.
He was. I got to see him.
I did too.
Cool. Yeah. I should have got an autograph with him. I should have. Oh, well. Next time. If there'll be next time. Robert Patrick playing the role of Mike Rogers. Robert Patrick was also in the film Terminator 2 Judgment Day in 1991, where he played the T-1000, where he was essentially antagonist of that film. He was also in The Marine in 2006, The Faculty in 1998, and he was just in the latest season of the show Jack Reacher, and on the Amazon TV show, where he was the main antagonist of that show, and that was really cool too. Next up, we have the actor Peter Berg playing the character David Whitlock. Peter Berg was also in the show the Chicago Hope in 1994. Or is that a movie? I don't know. Next up, we have Henry Thomas playing the role of Greg Hayes. Henry Thomas was also in the film E.T. the Extraterrestrial in 1982 and the film 1114 in 2003. Next up, we got Bradley Craig playing the character of Bobby Cogdill. Bradley Craig was also in the film Stand By Me in 1986 and A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 in 1987. Next up, we have Noble Willingham playing the role of Blake Davis. Noble Willingham was also in the film, also in the show Walker, Texas Ranger from 1993, and he was in the film Class 1999 in the year 1990. There we go. Good numbers there. Next up, we have Kathleen Willett playing the role of Katie Rogers. Kathleen Willett was also in the film The Edge in 1997 and the film Roadhouse in 1989.
The Edge, was that movie we covered?
Yes, with not
Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin.
Yep.
Yeah, good film. Then next up we have Georgia Emmeline playing the role of Dana Rogers. Georgia was also in the film Space Cowboys in 2000. Then we have Scott McDonald playing the role of Dan Walton. Scott McDonald was also in the film The Last Champion in 2020. And then we have Wayne Grace playing the role of Cyrus Gilson. Wayne Grace was also in the film Mulholland Drive in 2001. And that concludes the cast list of Fire in the Sky. Jimbo, let's move on to some trivia.
Fire in the Sky.
Yeah, I'm thinking something of Lucy in the Sky with diamonds. LSD.
I was thinking little Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton. Fire in the Sky.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
That is what we are.
Yeah, it's a better one.
So here we go. There's not a lot of trivia to this, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it for a minute.
I didn't go through the budget of the film, Jimbo.
I was going to say, I
messed that up. I skipped some. With the budget for the film, I think I skipped that for Naked Gun, too. My mistakes. Oh, well. Budget for the film was $15 million in 1993. Adjusting for inflation, that'd be about $40 million today. Opening weekend, it made $6.1 million. Just for inflation, that'd be about $16.1 million. And then finally, gross worldwide, it made $19.9 million. Just for inflation, that'd be about $53.1 million. So this film made a little bit of money, but not a lot. So good for them on that. They broke even, probably. So that's the budget for the film. Which
did you forget anything else, Kyle?
Probably. But let's move on.
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
It took away my memory.
The memory loss. Kyle, look at this pen. Click.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was actually a total of 7 men in the logging crew in real life. The writers whittled them down to 6 for the movie, not wishing to confuse the audience with too many characters. All 7 men have passed lie detector tests, some of them twice.
No.
Okay, you already have 6 people. What's one more person? It's not that big of a thing. You just didn't want to pay the person.
I don't know. That truck was already pretty crowded. I don't know if you fit one more person in there.
There's a bed. The real Travis Walton and Dana Walton make cameo appearances in the scene where the townspeople discuss what to do about Travis's disappearance. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, interesting.
So here we go. The abduction portrayed in the movie actually had nothing to do with Travis Walton's account.
Oh, wow.
After being struck by the light, Walton remembers waking up on a table surrounded by 3 aliens whom he described thusly, quote, "Their bald heads were disproportionately large for their puny bodies. They had bulging, oversized craniums, a small jaw structure, and an underdeveloped appearance to their features that was almost infantile. Their thin-lipped mouths were narrow. I never saw them open. Lying close to their heads on either side were tiny, crinkled lobes of ears. Their miniature, rounded noses had small, oval nostrils. The only facial feature that didn't appear underdeveloped were those incredible eyes. Those glistened orbs had brown irises twice the size of those of a normal human eye, nearly an inch in diameter.
Oh, wow.
The iris was so large that even parts of the pupils were hidden by the lids, giving the eyes a certain cat-like appearance. There were very little of the white part of the eye showing. They had no lashes and no eyebrows." End quote. According to Walton's account, he leaped up from the table, grabbed an instrument on a nearby table, wielded it as a weapon, and swung it at the aliens. They filed out of the room. Walton walked into a room with a high-backed chair in the middle and took a seat. Upon operating a set of controls, he deduced that he was in some sort of observatory. Suddenly, a man in a blue suit with a glass helmet came through a doorway. When Walton spoke to him, he didn't respond. He merely guided Walton through the doorway. The wordless man led Walton through a doorway out of a saucer-like object into a hangar filled with other saucers, down a hallway, and into a room that featured 3 more humans. Walton's questions continued to go unanswered as they motioned for him to lie down on the table. One of the humans, a woman, placed a mask over his face and he immediately passed out. All of this was consciously recollected by Walton, and when he undergoing hypnotic regression soon after the incident, he revealed no further information and stated that he felt as though delving any deeper would kill him.
Okay. Maybe a lie. I don't know. I think something traumatic happened to him. That's real. It sounds almost certainly. Wow. That's quite an accounting.
According to unconfirmed rumors, a remake is underway with the real account of Travis Walton.
A remake? Oh, I'd watch a remake. Sure, why not? The scene in this film, though, is absolutely brutal. I mean, it's horrifying.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Craig Schaefer was nearly fired from the movie. Director Robert Lieberman said he would often show up late to work on the movie. The other actors and producers were annoyed. The only reason he was not fired was Robert Lieberman said his attitude adapted the character well.
That's funny.
Oh, man. According to director Robert Lieberman, he did not want to cast D.B. Sweeney. With only days away from shooting, the role of Travis Walton was still not cast. Sherry Lansing, CEO of Paramount Pictures, told Robert Lieberman he must cast D.B. Sweeney or else the movie would be canceled.
Oh, wow. It's quite an ultimatum.
Yep.
Yeah.
Director Robert Lieberman said the alien abduction sequence came to him in a series of dreams over the course of 8 months developing the movie.
I think he did a great job of that, too. It definitely has a surreal nature to it, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like that plastic skin thing they put over him or whatever.
Oh, it's absolutely horrifying. Yeah, they do have asphyxiated by that thing. Oh, yeah. For me, it's like the zero-G thing where he goes through the window and he sees the half body in there. Oh, my gosh, absolutely horrifying. That's definitely the moment where we're like, oh, no, I'm in trouble.
So would you consider this like sci-fi horror?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's where I would put it in for sure. Sci-fi horror for me. Because it's absolutely a terrifying experience to be in.
Oh, yeah. Studio executives thought that the movie would be a success. According to director Robert Lieberman, director William Friedkin, you know who that is?
Not off the top of my head. What should I say, Jimbo?
And husband of Sherry Lansing gave the movie a standing ovation after watching the film. Despite a wide release, the movie was not financially successful at the time.
Yeah.
You know who William Friedkin is?
Not off the top of my head.
What did he direct, Kyle?
Movies.
Look it up, but you're going to be like, oh.
Oh, of course, I knew William Friedkin. Yeah, that's what I'll say.
Yeah, he's going to be like, oh, really? I should have known that.
I should have known that. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, it's very obviously one of them. I can't believe you haven't said it yet.
Freaking movies. Oh, that. Yeah. No, I don't feel bad for that.
Would you like to tell the audience?
The Exorcist, French Connection, Sorcerer. Movies I've watched and enjoyed. The Hunted, 12 Angry Men. Yeah.
Okay.
Good director. Yeah.
Can't believe you didn't know it.
No.
Director Robert Lieberman said author Anne Rice. You know who Anne Rice was, right? Oh, no.
Don't even mess with me like that, Jimbo.
She did interview with
Do you know this name?
She was the author of
Do you know James Barnes?
She was the she was the author of Interview with the Vampire and all the vampire novels.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Told him the movie was the scariest movie she had seen at the time.
Yeah. Just that ending alone is so good. Yeah.
Travis Walton has always resented this movie, which he says misrepresents his experience, but made him a lot of money, so I don't know. Especially the abduction scenes, which bear little resemblance to Walton's account, which screenwriter Tracy Torme essentially admits, saying that Walton's description was deemed too similar to other media portrayals of alien abduction reports. So they wrote a flashier, more provocative scenario.
And it was awesome.
3 years after the film's release, Walton responded with a book called Fire in the Sky, The Walton Experience in 1996, clarifying his own account of events. He's also spoken many times of trying to get his story retold on film again. This time, in a way where he retains some control to ensure the movie reflects his account of what happened. But there's been little sign of this project getting off the ground.
Oh, okay.
Probably doesn't make a big flashy Hollywood movie, so they're like, eh.
Yeah, and Hollywood's just not in the case of.
But I don't know. We've seen some pretty bad movies, so I don't know why it can't get made.
It's not really being an explored genre right now. People aren't interested in alien abduction movies right now. I don't think. Like, they want big franchise stuff right now.
If they were going to do it, they should do like a biography of his life or something. You know what I mean? Not a full-fledged, I guess.
I think it would make more sense as like a TV show or something, like a TV movie kind of thing. Like maybe like Netflix could put out a 90-minute thing sometime.
Yeah.
But like, in terms of like going to a theater to watch this film, like, no, theaters only want the $500 million movies now.
That's ridiculous.
It is. It is.
The motion picture has little. Has little to do with the real life Travis Walton incident. Out of the 6 characters, including Travis Walton, that were present at the abduction, Travis, Mike Rogers, and Alan Dallas are based on real people. The other 3 men were fictionalized. According to accounts, Travis Walton's abduction occurred on November 5th, 1975. Actor Robert Patrick's birthday was November 5th, 1958, making the abduction take place on Patrick's 17th birthday.
Oh, cool.
So that's really cool. According to an interview with D.B. Sweeney, he was excited to learn that Industrial Light and Magic would be handling the special effects. At the time the movie was being made, James Cameron held the rights to a Spider-Man movie with ILM providing the special effects. Sweeney thought that if he could do the wire work on Fire in the Sky and do it well, then this would be his audition for Spider-Man. Of course, we now know that the James Cameron Spider-Man project never came to fruition.
Oh, man, how amazing that movie would have been.
Been pretty cool.
I think it'd been really cool.
I wonder if we'll ever see it.
No. I mean, if James Cameron had another 100 years of life going for him,
the film,
don't worry, he'll make it to Avatar 5. Don't worry.
Transformers 14. The film. Oh no, that's Michael Bay.
That's Michael Bay. Yeah.
The film was to have been shown on BBC One on the United Kingdom at 23:05 on September 11th, 2001.
Oh.
However, the broadcast was canceled due to the BBC's
why.
in-depth coverage of the September 11th attacks.
Yeah.
Travis Walton's abduction has been widely debunked, including by Mike Rogers in 2021. So, I'll get to that here in a second.
Okay.
So, in the epilogue, it says Mike and Katie Rogers divorced in 1976. Mike worked in carpentry, construction, and house painting before accepting a job in 1992 to once again cut trees on the Mogollon Rim. Travis and Dana Walton live with their 4 children in Snowflake, Arizona, where Travis is foreman at a local mill. In February of 1993, Cyrus Gilson re-administered a polygraph examination to Travis Walton, Mike Rogers, and Alan Dallas, who earlier tests proved inconclusive. This time, they all passed. So, knowing me, I couldn't just leave well enough alone. I had to
investigate further.
Right. So I started reading. Well, of course, this was like 2 a.m, so maybe I got abducted. I don't know. But
almost sure.
From the accounts that I had read about it being a hoax, I guess their logging company weren't meeting the deadlines for certain projects, and they were about to be basically let go.
Yeah.
So the way that they could do this is basically come up with one of these stories, and so everybody still got paid, got to keep their job. And people were like, well, where did Travis Walton go for those 5 days? I said, look, they could have went to any of the guys' houses. Mm-hmm. He could have laid low. But for me, I'm reading all this. Okay, I understand that part. That makes sense. But the part that doesn't make sense is if all these guys took lie detector tests and they all came back that they passed, you would think if one of them were lying or covering for another one, that it would have showed some discrepancies in the testing, right?
If anything, I would actually say that's evidence to the exact opposite, because to me, if they all pass, that tells me it's a rehearsed story that they all tell themselves they believe in, when in reality, the truth is often messy. It's often like...
But the truth is out there, Kyle.
truth is out there. But it's also usually very, very messy and contradictory to an extent. Everyone has different recollections of what they see, but if they all pass and all have the same story, that tells me it's all rehearsed, in my opinion.
But it didn't say they asked them all the same questions.
True, but so like that's something that's an unknown for me. But I would say just on the outside looking in, that would tell me like if they all pass the same lie detector test and it was similar questions for the most part, that tells me that like it could be a thing where like they all got a story locked down for themselves, and so they're all very consistent about what they say in a way that's actually inconsistent with life, actually.
Well, you see that in a lot of movies, like, hey, here's our story. If one of us gets pulled away, questioned by the police, this is our story. We all need to stick together. If not, it's we're both
it all falls
down.
apart. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I see that too. So, do you think anything happened to Travis Walton, or do you think it was just entirely a hoax?
No, I'm kind of skeptical about it being an actual hoax. I noticed that like these stories it's kind of like Bigfoot sightings after HD cameras got invented. Same thing, like alien abductions kind of stopped after we realized how to keep people actually unconscious during surgeries. In a better way. So I think it's actually possibly a recollection of a surgery he had or something like that, some kind of traumatic event where he was really being, cut open, or something like that, if he has a history of that at all. It could be some kind of like terrible experience he had like that caused him to regress and use that as like as an excuse, like, I must have got abducted by aliens, why I have these terrible memories, or why he went away for 5 days. So I'm not sure if it's actual hoax. I don't believe he actually got abducted by aliens, but I think something traumatic possibly happened to him, and he uses the excuse that it was aliens.
So what do you think? Do you think that he conned the story with all the other guys then?
No, I think it's entirely possible that he could have got abducted by another people or something like that too. Like possibly by like I have no idea what that actual area too, but like let's say there was a gas leak and the company just took him away and like he was unconscious for 5 days or something like that too, or like recovering from a terrible gas leak of some sort, and then like he later showed up 5 days later and it's like, okay, if we just let him go on do his thing and not and never realize the truth, like we can just kind of let it go and not.
But if there was a gas leak, wouldn't have all the people been affected?
Yeah, you're true. You're right. Yeah. So like, but
he's like, I don't know, Jimbo.
So really, I have no idea. But I'm not willing to just dismiss him offhand and tell him it's a hoax. I'm going to say like there's usually other explanations for it. I'm just not willing to say, oh, it's definitely aliens. I'm not willing to say that. I'm going to say it's unknowable.
Some of the stuff I was reading also said like some of the stuff they were doing on the job site, like drinking and some other stuff.
Yeah.
Probably didn't help their cause. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to believe Travis Walton. I mean, I think when you stop, that's not the one. But my train of thought is, you want to believe somebody wouldn't go as far as lying about something that dramatic that happened to them.
Yeah.
But you know what happens.
Yeah. Well, it's a case too where like it's so big now he can never go back on it. Going back on it now would be a terrible idea for him personally. Both financially and like from a stance of being shown as someone who's telling the truth. You have to stick by that story even after you've been disproved. Even if it was like very thoroughly disproven, like you are definitely a liar. He still has to stick with it because if he admits that he's a liar, then it's all too real for him, and you just can't let that be. So, like, it's kind of unfortunate where it's like we can never really know the truth because the truth is unknowable to a degree, So that's unfortunate. But yeah, I agree. There's all too many stories like that in the real world of people who make a small lie that grows and grows and grows to the point where like you can never go back on it. Otherwise, you were just destroying your life. You made for yourself now because you built it on a lie. Yeah, it's terrible. But also, like I said too, I wouldn't be surprised if part of him believes he's telling the truth every time he tells that story, and there's parts of it for him that are like very severe and very real to him in a way that
well, you know what they say, you tell a lie enough times, you end up believing yourself. True, right?
Yeah. Look, I could have been abducted actually, so really, I'm not lying.
And maybe he was. I'm not saying he was or wasn't, but I mean, it's just I don't want to say I have doubts that he was. I have doubts that he wasn't abducted because the lie detectors, even though they're not admissible in a court of law, it's still something to it. If they put me and you and said, hey, we're going to go take this lie detector test, and they're going to say, okay, Jimbo, you and Kyle recorded today.
What'd you talk about?
Did you call Kyle a fool?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, well, not directly. He said other people called him a fool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then you'd be like, no, Jimbo called me a fool. He calls me a fool all the time.
Small little discrepancies of recounting are just like, did Jimbo call me a fool? Maybe he did. And I'll say yes, maybe he didn't.
Right, so I wonder if there was any of those, or if you could even hear I wonder if you could even hear or watch the recordings of the. That would be cool and interesting. Yeah. But for the movie that it was, I'll go ahead and go first on this. I thought that D.B. Sweeney did great. Robert Patrick really did really good in this movie. And it's a little slow at the beginning, you know what I mean? But when they find him, because them guys are going through, they are accusing him of murder. They're like, hey, if it was an accident, tell us.
Yeah.
It'd be in more trouble if we find out something. And then when he gets that phone call at night, and he says, you know, hey, I need help. And he's like, where you at? And they go and they drive and they find him, and he's got like the head shaved, eyebrow shaved, or whatever, you know, and he just looks freaked
those
out.
Terrible screams he has too.
Oh man!
Oh, it's traumatic.
And then they have that welcome home party, and he's hiding under the table, and then
the syrup falls on him.
And
then we cut to that 15 minutes.
Once that syrup falls on him at that thing, and they go to that 15 minutes, 20 minutes of that alien abduction thing. It is some of the most terrifying cinema you will ever see. I mean, I was claustrophobic just thinking about...
It's amazing what they did with the PG-13 rating, no less. This isn't even an R-rated film for that scene.
Man,
PG-13, they got away with that.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I appreciate for what it was because, you know, especially at the time this came out, 93, I think it was.
Yeah, 93.
This is like primetime X-Files, you know. X-Files was still going strong. So the UFO phenomenon was pretty crazy back then.
Probably at its height.
Yeah. Right. So for me, I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. Just pretty much just for that scene
one
at the
scene,
end.
yeah.
Because other than that,
the movie's kind of a slow burn.
It is really, really slow. And the scenes where they are questioning them guys, and them guys all come in shook at that bar at the beginning, restaurant at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they're like, this ain't like them. You know, so I think something definitely happened, but I don't know if it happened to the extent that he is saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they went over an Indian burial ground or something. I don't know. Came across a dead body in the woods. I don't know. But, yeah, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. If you haven't seen it, it is worth one watch, I would say, just for that last 15, 20 minutes of the alien abduction. It is terrifying.
It's perfect horror cinema for that 15 minutes. It really is.
If the whole movie was like that, it'd probably rival up by Event Horizon level. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. So, Kyle, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Let's see what you say.
Jimbo, this is one of the few cases where I'm aligned right with you for sure. I think this is a film that is a strong 7 out of 10, almost an 8, you know, really, just because of that scene alone. I think it's a slow burn that's pretty interesting. But I think, if anything, the film is dragged down by the truth of it. You know, having the aspects they kept with the real life accounting of this alien abduction kind of drag it down because I don't think the characters are that interesting as real life people. They're kind of just a little sad, a little lazy, a little bit annoying, just like real life people. Really, because like you kind of want to root for the relationships, but those things kind of fall apart as they do in real life, and those kind of things as well. The friendships kind of fall apart as they do in real life, unfortunately, that kind of makes it kind of a boring narrative from that aspect. But then it's brought up so much higher for that alien abduction scene alone that really ties everything together of like, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine this traumatic experience, but here they brought it forth in a way where it's like, it almost surpasses what you could have imagined as the worst thing possible happening to you during an alien abduction. It really is a sense of like, you feel like the victim right along with Travis Walton's character in the film. Like when you watch it, like it's just, you can imagine everything that's happening to him happening to you and how horrible you would feel if like you were being violated in that way.
Especially that eye scene.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely like it is. Like it is stomach churning to watch the stuff that happens to him happen in this film, but in a good way, in a way that you can't look away from because it's so terrifying. You just can't look away. That's the kind of way. So I really love that scene, particularly just because it's so dramatic and so over the top of just like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, but in an amazing way. So yeah, I think this film's a strong 7 out of 10. I definitely recommend people who are fans of kind of a horror or science fiction, or especially like if you're a big X-Files fan, you're gonna love this aspect of this film too, because this film does feel like it feels adjacent to X-Files in that same way, where it's like, in fact, it has Robert Patrick in it, where he was in the show for a few seasons. It's really, really good on that level. So yeah, definitely recommend watching for those reasons. But if not, too, like the film is like you can watch that horror scene on YouTube one day, and that you pretty much got 90% of what the film has for you. So that's good there. So yeah, overall, that's my thoughts on the film, and I agree with you, Jimbo. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, so hopefully we can find a couple of good documentaries to watch on the real account and see what we think about it.
Yeah, something like that. And I would love to see if actually there was a remake of this film or more alien abduction films in general, because I think it's a fun genre to have. Unfortunately, I don't think Hollywood's just in the place right now to make these films.
I mean, it's no Mars Attacks.
But nothing really is it?
No, I love that movie, though.
It's a great film. One of Jack Black's first roles.
So, we are the Tragedy of Cinema Podcast. If you want to reach out to us, we are the Tragedy of Cinema Podcast, or just the Tragedy of Cinema at gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at the Tragedy of Cinema Podcast group, I guess it's called. So, any last thoughts and parting knowledge, Kyle?
The truth is out there, Jimbo.
Yep. So, with that being said, I think this episode's coming to close, and that's a wrap.
And cut. I want to believe.
The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. Those we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. To the tales we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales